welcome back to my YouTube and welcome to episode 7 of my comp prep series. Now I am 4 weeks out from the WBFF London Europeans. Cannot believe how fast time has gone. It feels like yesterday I was sitting here and doing my first episode for you all. So 4 weeks to go, feeling super excited now. This is always the time where I just, everything starts feeling real, everything starts coming together. You know, like you start looking into like your bikini design, your posing routines like done, you're just practicing it, and you start having the dreams about what you're gonna eat post-show and all that kind of stuff. So this episode is gonna be an update to let you guys know what's been going on, where I'm currently at, and I'm gonna be doing a Q&A as well. So if you guys have been following me for a while and have been watching my episodes, you will know that from previous ones I had a hamstring strain. So this has made prep quite hard in a sense of training. I haven't been able to do lower body resistance training the way I'd like to for a long time now. And the longer I am in a deficit, the more energy I'm expending. The deeper my deficit gets, it's actually putting so much strain on my recovery. So I've been having a lot of problems still with my hamstring. Haven't been able to do things the way I want to. So this weekend, me and my coaches decided that we're gonna do a diet break and a deload. Now, for people that don't know much about diet breaks, a diet break is pretty much what it says on the tin. It's a break from your diet. This does not mean, however, that I can eat whatever I want. It's still tracked. It's more of a controlled diet break. It just means that my calories are going to be on the maintenance for a couple of days rather than just like a one-off. A diet break can be anything from 2 days up to 2 weeks, depending on the person and obviously the situation and the time that they have as well. So for me, deloading is actually resting. I'm not going to be training at all this weekend. I'm not going to be tracking my steps. It's literally a weekend to rest and recover. And the reason for this, as I said before, is because I have been dieting now for 15 weeks, which is a very long time. You know, an average time for someone to diet for a show is normally around 12, 14 weeks. I've gave myself an 18-week prep this time just because I wanted more time. But now my energy expenditure is super high. I'm doing HIIT training all the time. My deficit is pretty large. I'll go into that in a minute. This means that I need this kind of weekend to recover. So I went to see my physio on Tuesday and he said like the hamstring has recovered, but it's not going to feel that way until post-show. Just because where I'm not eating enough, I'm not really resting enough. As I said, I'm overtraining at this point, I'm under-eating. My body is past the state that it wants to be in. It's not comfortable anymore. It doesn't want to stay here. So what we can do is in the meantime is do the diet break and do the deload. Hopefully those couple of days rest will just kind of reboot me. I should come back next week with a lot more energy and hopefully my hamstrings should be in a better place so I can actually stick out for the last 4 weeks, because I'm kind of getting to that point where I can't even do lists at the minute. Even getting my steps into 12k is taking its toll. So I'm hoping that this weekend it's going to heal a lot more because the volume's going to be backed off. I'm going to be eating more food. So then come next week, I can get back into my list and back into my HIIT without it being too painful. So as I said, I've got 4 weeks left to go. It's literally just holding out as much as I can. But yeah, apart from that, I feel pretty good. I'm still at a point in my diet where I can flexible diet. And because I've got my diet break this weekend, I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm going to be eating, what I'm going to be doing, and to be honest, it's not going to be much. Like, as I said, it's meant to be a chilled weekend, but I want to take you with me and showing you what I'm going to be eating, how I'm unwinding. So I am going to be going to the cinema tonight, and I'm going to show you what I take with me when I go, because as I said, I'm 4 weeks out, but I'm still flexible dieting, so I'm still including the foods I enjoy. Tomorrow is going to be a wicked day. I've already planned out so much of my food, and I love cereal. I love oats. I love all the sweet stuff. Don't get me wrong, I still make sure I hit my fiber and I get my my greens and my protein. But tomorrow I have included like 2 bowls of cereal, 2 bowls of oats with fruit, as well as a couple of like main meals and some rice cakes and a bit of dark chocolate as well. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. So before I get into that, I'm just going to give you an update on where I'm currently at with my macros and my training. So prior to my diet break and my deload, I am now doing 1 low day a week. Four low days a week, I wish. 4 low days a week. With 1 high day on rotation. My high day is 1,652 calories, 193 grams of carbs, 130 grams of protein and 40 grams of fat. My low day is 1,360 calories, 110 grams of carbs, 140 grams of fat and from protein and 40 grams of fat. My diet break macros are as follows. So my diet break has been my calories are taken up to my maintenance, and then mainly a lot of it's coming from carbs, as it's the carbs that your body's going to respond to at this point and not store as fat. So my diet break macros are 1,820 calories, 200 grams of carbs, 120 grams of protein and 60 grams of fat. So that excites me right there. So training at the moment, I am doing 2 lower body sessions a week and doing 2 upper body days, 2 ab sessions and 6 HIIT sessions a week, which are for 20 minutes. Obviously, because my hamstring is injured, these HIIT sessions are mainly my upper body, so I am feeling the strain at the minute in my traps and stuff, but my back is looking sick. I'm gonna crack on with my day. I'm gonna go and get a coffee. We're going to have a nice meal because today is also Ross's refeed day. So we've made like chicken sausages with like mashed potato and gravy fit into our day. It's going to be amazing. And then we're off to the cinema. So I'll show you exactly what I'm going to be taking with me. And also, as I said as well, I'm going to be showing you what my day looks like tomorrow. Full day of eating on a diet break. So let's go. So we're about to go to the cinema. And Ross is cooking chicken sausages with mash, gravy, peas and sweet corn. Oh my god. It's gonna be so good because all we've eaten, like protein wise, these whole, well for me, 15 weeks is turkey mince and beef mince. I haven't really ate any chicken because it's just quite high in protein. I'd much rather have turkey mince because it's lower in fat as well, so I can have more of it. And then one of my clients gave me the idea for chicken hex sausages, and I was like, why have I not thought of this before? So let's have a little look. So we've got the chicken sausages there, and they've got spring onion and chilli in it.
And ginger.
And ginger, and then we're getting the potatoes on. Obviously, I'm not cooking any of it because I just
She's not great at cooking, to be fair. And potato's good because again, I've been eating the same stuff all the time, and for mine it's been like rice and sweet potato. And after a certain amount of time, you just can't stomach rice anymore.
No.
Like you're eating it, you're going to eat it, but it's like. So the fact of having a bit of like potatoes and like low salt gravy and stuff is just a really nice difference.
Oh, hey, so. 6-pack.
I know, right?
Look at that. Look, flexing.
We're definitely getting.
Oh.
I got beaten by my girlfriend again.
So yeah, so we're gonna eat this, and then we're heading off to the cinema tonight to watch the new Joker film.
Oh, that's too much.
So you've still got to weigh it out.
Oh, see, look, this is when you have to take it back up. That's when it gets really upsetting.
Oh, that's quite a lot though.
Yeah.
Let's have a look what's going on over here. So the sausages are done. Ross is just weighing out our portion sizes now. So mine's probably gonna be half of that. And then we got some gravy mixed with peas and sweet corn.
Because we're nutters.
Woohoo! There you go, that's mine there. That's 4 chicken sausages, 140 grams of mash, peas, sweet corn, and gravy. So we're going to the cinema, and I always love to eat popcorn when I'm at the cinema. So I go for the popcorn because it's like a lot lower in calories and carbs. And I'm actually going to weigh out 40 grams because, you know, it's got shows to win and stuff. It's a decent amount though, 40 grams.
Ooh, 41. Ooh.
Hey guys, so today is Sunday. It is day 2 of my diet break, and it's been a nice chilled out weekend. Went to the cinema last night and watched the Joker, which was really, really good. Today is just chilling in, eating, doing some work. I'm like editing some YouTube videos. So yeah, I thought I'd just show you what I'm going to be eating today. Now, I just wanted to say that a diet break, it's a break from your diet, but it's not like I'm going to go and like binge eat and eat whatever I want. Like, I wish I could eat cookies or pizza, but it's not like that. Everything that I eat today is going to be no different really to what you see me eat before. I'm just going to be having more of it. But one thing I have done today is included some dark chocolate with peanut butter, because I've really been craving chocolate, and at this point I can't have dairy, so dark chocolate is a winner. And I love like cereal and sweet stuff, so I've made 2 bowls of oats fit into my day, as well as 2 bowls of Cheerios. But I am also eating, you know, like proper food, like mince and rice and all that stuff as well. As I said, because I have flexible diet, I can fit all this good food into my day, and yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy it and enjoy the rest. One thing I do feel like though, I feel like now I've rested, I feel like I'm getting a little bit ill, which normally does happen sometimes when you've been proper on it. And then you just kind of stop. This is when you're prone to getting ill. So I've just made sure I've taken all my vitamins, multivitamins, vitamin C. I'm gonna have a nap in a minute. I got quite a lot of sleep last night, and I woke up this morning, I was half a kilo lighter than I was yesterday. So my weight at the start of the week was 55 kilos. I'm now 54.3. So I'm in the 54s, which is good. And as I said, last year my weight was 50 kilos on stage, so I'm hoping to be about 53 this year. So yeah, all those are muscle gains. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what I eat. I already had breakfast, which was a bowl of oats. I had my dark chocolate, which I'm gonna show you in a minute, and now I'm having a beef meal as well. So let's go in and see what it looks like. So it's diet break day, and because I've got a few more calories to play around with, I've managed to fit some dark chocolate into my day, which isn't dairy, so because it's not milk chocolate, it's dark chocolate. And I'm gonna put some peanut butter in the middle of it, so it's like Reese's peanut butter cup. So watch this. That's good. But watch this, ready?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That is going to go fucking everywhere.
Ta-da! So yeah.
You know, show us.
I can't because I've got my retainers in. Thanks,
I want to see you eating it.
Pointing out. So yeah, I'm gonna eat it in a second. So good. Okay, so here is my next meal. That's beef mince, rice and vegetables, and I'm gonna eat this and do some work. So do you know what? I cannot believe I've only just found out that Honey Nut Cheerios are actually lower in calories than original Cheerios. Cannot believe it. Where are they? So Honey Nut Cheerios are lower in calories than normal Cheerios. So what I did yesterday was I mixed Cheerios with wheat, and it was amazing. So only slightly lower, but because they have lower protein in them as well, which is perfect for me today because my protein's a lot lower. So I'm eating 2 of these today. Look. Oh my God. Cereal is life. And this is my second bowl of oats today. I put some more of the sweet drops in there as well. I used quarter scoop of protein powder because protein's a little lower today, but it still tastes delicious. It's 8:30 at night, coming to the end of my diet break now. So the next thing for me is rice cakes with peanut butter, and then I'm gonna have a turkey meal and then another bowl of Cheerios before I go to bed. So this is all in the space of like 2 hours. So I'm using Meridian peanut butter like I always use, and I've got 15 grams on blueberry and vanilla rice cakes. So yeah, I weigh out my peanut butter because, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So 15 grams. Okay guys, so going in for my Q&A, I have had quite a few questions, so I'm just gonna go through these questions as much as I can and hopefully answer them in much detail as I can. So do you struggle with hunger when dieting down? So for me, this prep, I actually haven't been that hangry, which is good. I'm probably talking too early because I've still got 4 weeks, but because I flexible diet and I've learned a lot about my body this time around, whereas in my other preps, I used to kind of get up, eat breakfast straight away, so whether that be like 6-7 o'clock, and then having to wait till like 12 o'clock for my next meal, and I would get really hangry. Whereas now, because I'm online, I work from home, I'll get up early, I'll work, but I kind of fast in the morning now. So I probably don't eat my first meal until about 10-11, and up until then I'll have a couple of green teas and a coffee to like suppress my appetite. But that seems to work really well. So for anyone out there that is dieting down, that does find it hard with hunger, I would suggest pushing your meals forward. If you're someone that likes to eat up till later in the evening like me, then that's a really good thing to do. But if you're someone that prefers to stop eating around 6 o'clock, then by all means eat early. What is your preferred cardio, HIIT or LISS? So for me, I do prefer HIIT training purely because it's shorter. I only have to do like 20 minutes of it to get, you know, the same result as you kind of do with LISS. I think as well, from my personal experience, that my body has changed a lot since I have been doing HIIT training, more because if you can use more explosive movements, especially in my legs. My legs are a lot more defined now, and when you tend to look a lot at like CrossFit people, you know, people that do those kind of that kind of style of training a lot, they are very defined and very cut. Obviously it's through resistance as well, but for me personally, I prefer HIIT because I like that it's challenging. Do not get me wrong, there are days when I do not want to do HIIT and I dread it. You know, LISS and HIIT can both be really good as well. So for example, if you are trying to not expend so much energy, you're trying to, you know, like ease off explosive movements or anything that's going to do your body like more damage. So near the end of prep, the HIIT training will slowly come out, and I will focus on LISS because energy is just super low, and obviously your body, it takes a lot longer for your body to recover from HIIT than it does for LISS. If you could live off one food all day, every day, what would it be? Love this. Oats, 100%, it would have to be oats. Oats is one of those things I cannot live without. As I said, on a refeed day, I always make sure I fit 2 bowls of oats into my day. Not just oats on their own, obviously oats with protein powder and berries, a full shabam. I love oats. What is your go-to takeaway food? So takeaway food, I don't really have a lot. Obviously I'm always kind of prepping, but if I did have something, it is a Domino's. I love Domino's. Love, love, love. That's one of the things I keep dreaming about at the minute, is like I can actually see the pizza in my hand and dipping it into the garlic dip, like the little corner bit. So good. So yeah, it had to be hands down Domino's. How do you stay motivated all the time? So let me just say, I'm not always motivated all the time, for one. There's a difference between motivation and discipline. Very, very big difference. So motivation is something that is always going to come and go, whereas discipline is something that you have for life. And discipline is something that I have learned a lot about over the last couple of years, especially through prep, with my business, with everything in my life. I've really kind of mastered that, and this is the first prep where my mindset has been so strong that the cravings that I do have, that I used to maybe give into or let get to me, have kind of surpassed that. I have them, but I've trained my mind to get over it a lot quicker and deal with it a lot better as well. So that's what I would really say to that. I'm not motivated all the time. My motivation will definitely come from myself, in the sense of comparing myself to the old me. You know, the term comparison is the thief of joy is so true, but I believe that negative comparison is the thief of joy. If you are comparing yourself to yourself, then that is more positive motivation and positive comparison. So I will look back at me from last year, and that is what drives me forward every day. That is what gets me through my cardio. That is what makes me say no to these cravings, or, you know, makes me power through my workouts, because I know that I want to be better than I was last year. I'm not doing this for anyone else. Everyone's different. We all have different genetics. You are you and I am me. So to even compare myself to someone else it's not the right thing to do, because you can never be them. So the only person that you can compare yourself to is yourself. What color is your bikini this year? So again, I'm not really going to spill too much information on that just yet, but it is a color that I haven't picked before, and I'm very fortunate to be working with Renetta this time round, who is doing my theme wear and my bikini design. Theme wear, I've gone completely contrast to my bikini. I wanted to do something that was a little bit different, a little bit me. Well, it's definitely me. But whatever I choose something that's going to really bring out my personality, and I definitely feel like this will. So make sure that you stay tuned to see what it is. Okay, so next is, what are your weaker and stronger areas? So I'm guessing this is on my body. So for me, I would say that the stronger areas on my physique is my upper body. I've always had really good shoulders, really good abs. Actually, that's a lie. I never had really good shoulders. First year run, I had tiny delts. But I have always had good abs. Something that has got better and better over the years as well. My weaker areas have always been my legs. I've always kind of had like goodish glutes, but they have grown a lot more. But it's my quads that always kind of lacked size, and hamstrings as well were quite poor in definition. So for me this year, I have seen a massive difference in my legs, a lot more mass this time around all over. So it's one of those things with my legs, I've had to build on those. I've trained them consistently 3 times a week for like 3 years now. So yeah, that's why I was a bit gutted when I had my hamstring injury, because in my mind I feel like I've probably lost some size through not training them as well as I have been, but I'm pretty happy with the result I have so far. So let's see how I look on show day. What was your show weight last year, and what do you think you'll be this year? So last year my show weight was 50 kilos, which was funny because the year before that my show weight was 50 kilos. The difference is, however, which I'll put up now, you can see that when I was 50 kilos in my first year, I was nowhere near as lean as this time round. So I was the same show weight last year, but a lot leaner, which meant that I'd obviously built some muscle mass. At the minute, I am 54.8 kilos, and I have still got 4 weeks to go. So speaking with my coach, I cannot see me getting below 53 kilos in the next couple of weeks, because I'm already pretty lean. So for me to have put on like 2.5 to 3 kilos of mass in 1 year is pretty amazing. I'm really impressed with that. And as I said, I'm hoping a lot of that is in my legs. I can definitely tell it's in my legs, and probably in my shoulders as well. What are your plans post-show, and will you compete next year in the Worlds? That's a good question there. So my plan after the show is to have some time out from the gym, especially because I do need to recover from my hamstring. I'm actually going to have maybe a week off the gym after, which I never normally do. I normally kind of get straight back into it, hit PBs, but this time I'm going to focus on purely recovery, eating better. You know, if I do want to train, I'm just going to focus on upper body. I'll probably get back into leg training on week 2 or 3. And I spoke to my physio, and he said, like, you know, you will notice a massive difference once you have food back into you. There will be no more pain left. So that's the goal with the training. Overall, what I'm going to be doing after the comp is mainly focusing on my business. I'm super excited to be doing something insanely scary in December with my life, with my business. I haven't told anyone this yet, but the announcement will be coming out soon. And this is going to be a complete life changer. It's the most riskiest, scariest thing I've ever done in my whole entire life, but I'm so looking forward to it. It's like the next chapter in my life. I just want to focus on my business, spending time with friends, traveling, and just enjoying myself really. One thing I am going to do after the show is come away from tracking all my food. I've been tracking my food now for 3 years. So I'm going to practice intuitive eating. I'm not going to track my food anymore and purely just focus on how I feel, because for me, the next year I just want to focus on my business, helping clients, expanding and growing, and learn a lot more about myself as well. And then maybe midway through next year I'll decide if I'm going to do the Worlds. If I don't do the Worlds in 2020, I will 100% do the Worlds in 2021, because it is a dream of mine, but I just want it to be at the right time in my life. I don't want it to be rushed. And again, I don't want it to be at a time where my other priorities are more important than competing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. Next week's episode, I will be 2 weeks out. Wow, that is gonna come up fast. So it's gonna be a bit of a mixed mashup in my next kind of episodes coming up. I'm gonna be doing photo shoots. Obviously I'm gonna be coming into peak week. So I'm just gonna kind of take you guys with me and show you what's going on, how I'm feeling, and yeah, before you know it, it's gonna be show day.